Welcome into the Next Ones Network. I'm your host, Colin Brown. For another episode of Colin's Corner, we preview the Pac-12 for 2019-2020, the season now just months away. Our way too early look at the conference here in August. Starting at the top, we'll work our way through. Be sure to subscribe below and list your thoughts on under-the-radar stars, teams you think could make some noise, and who is the best of the best out west. I'm going to start at the top with three teams I think will battle for the regular season title, starting with the Washington Huskies, a three-headed monster, Nahziah Stewart, Jaden McDaniels, and Kentucky transfer Quade Green. Stewart, in my opinion, is the most college-ready player out of the high school ranks. Jaden McDaniels, a long, lengthy athlete who has a boatload of potential. And then the key piece in my eyes, is Quade Green. The Kentucky transfer comes in, will be able to play after the new year, but once he gets his feet wet and controls this offense, look out for the Huskies to really take off and battle for the Pac-12 crown moving forward. Another team that I think will be right there with Washington is Arizona. Sean Miller, a big-time recruiting class. Nico Mannion, Josh Green, Terry Armstrong, to name a few, not to mention some key returners as well. Emmanuel Akot, Brandon Williams, and then the key piece, in my opinion, is Chase Jeter. The Duke transfer came in last season, flew under the radar because of the allegations going on down there in Arizona, but I think he will lead this team back to the NCAA tournament and quite possibly get Sean Miller to his first Final Four. Finally, the last team that I think will battle for the number one spot in the Pac-12 is the Oregon Ducks. They lose a ton to the NBA draft. I know it is tough to think Oregon could rebound, but I think they will. Peyton Pritchard in the backcourt, a big-time leader. We all know he is one of the best point guards in not only the Pac-12 but in the country. A high IQ, really controls pace of play. CJ Walker, the five-star, is a huge get as well. Will Richardson, Chris Duarte, the JUCO transfer, and Victor Bailey will add depth. So I think Oregon, once they really get rolling into the season, pick up some wins, and start to really find their groove in Pac-12 play, the Ducks will battle for the top spot as well. Then you got to look at the second tier, and I'm going to start with USC. Andy Enfield, what a tremendous job he has done recruiting out there in LA. Now he's got to piece it all together. Isaiah Mobley coming in, the big-time recruit. His brother Evan will follow him a year from now. But then you have to look at Okongwu as well, another big-time freshman. Jonah Matthews, a scorer who will play a big role here in 2019. Nick Rankosevic will return, a really under-the-radar piece for USC. I think he will be the leader that holds this young group together. And then don't forget about Columbia transfer, Quentin Aldis, a straight bucket getter, big-time scorer. I think he will play a pivotal role as well for USC. Another team that I think is right there behind the top three with USC is Colorado. I touched on their big star here in a previous episode of Colin's Corner. That's McKinley Wright, not only one of the best guards in the Pac-12, but in the country. His vision, ability to make plays off the bounce is uncanny, and he's got Tyler Bay beside him, one of the best bigs in the Pac-12 as well. Look out for Colorado moving forward. If those two can get help, I think the Buffs will make it to the NCAA tournament and could battle for a top four spot in the Pac-12 regular season. Arizona State, another team that I think has question marks, but Remy Martin, the star guard, will return down there for the Sun Devils. Tayshaun Cherry, a guy to look out for, former big-time recruit, will have to step up and fill a void for Arizona State if they want to make noise moving forward. So it'll be a really interesting year for the Sun Devils to see how Coach Hurley commands his troops. UCLA in a total rebuild now under Mick Cronin. Tear everything down, start over, not a ton to work with. Jules Bernard, David Singleton, two guys that I think could play a big role moving forward, but a lot of maturing, a lot of growing to do here for the Bruins. We'll see how Mick Cronin handles things in year one. And then Utah. I think the Utes are a very interesting team. Their front court is dynamic. Tim Allen and Donnie Tillman, the former 6th man of the year in the conference. Donnie Tillman, watch out for that name. I think he will have a tremendous 2019 campaign, really leading the Utes throughout the regular season. The question will be, can they get enough guard play to possibly make it to an NCAA tournament or into the top half of the Pac-12 moving forward? Cedric Bearfield now gone, so new wave of talent will have to come in to replace him. But Tim Allen and Donnie Tillman will really have to fill a bigger void here in 2019. Both averaged double figures a year ago. We'll see if they can up their game moving forward. Then you have to look at the bottom tier, and I'm going to start with Stanford. Now, a 4-star point guard comes in, Tyrell Terry, and with him, he will really have to step into the spotlight and lead the backcourt. There's not much guard play there for the Cardinals. If that's going to happen, Dejon Davis, Bryce Willis, and Oscar Silva could emerge as playmakers to really help out the young point guard. But Stanford, in more of a rebuild, we'll see how the Cardinals fare here in 2019. Another really interesting team that I think could be in the top half of the league, and I think will be a bubble team, if not a team that makes the NCAA tournament, is Oregon State. Trez Tinkle and Ethan Thompson are back in the fold. Exciting times in Corvallis. I cannot remember the last time there would be this much excitement around a Beaver squad. I think Oregon State has a real shot to make the NCAA tournament. Tinkle and Thompson, two elite playmakers on the offensive end, can both guard as well, use their length. Look out for Oregon State here in 2019 as a dark horse. I think they can be towards the top of the Pac-12 and make some noise late in the season to get into the NCAA tournament as well. And then the final two teams that I'm going to hit on are the teams that really struggled here of late and look like they will struggle again. Starting with Washington State, they got great news when C.J. Ellaby decided to come back to school. Kyle Smith should be very happy about that decision. But besides Ellaby, there's really not much to work with out there in Washington. We'll see if he can lead this team out of the cellar in 2019, but with a deeper Pac-12 coming, it will be really interesting to see how the Cougs fare here over the course of this season. And then finally, you have to look at the Cal Bears, a really interesting case. 3 years ago in the NCAA tournament, had star talent like Jaylen Brown, now of the Boston Celtics, and before you know it, Mark Fox is taking over a program that has hit rock bottom. He'll see a major rebuild here moving forward. So many players have entered the transfer portal here of late. Biggest returner in my eyes is Paris Austin, 11 points per game last season, the transfer from Boise State. We'll see if the Golden Bears can get out of the cellar like a Washington State. But right now, Mark Fox focusing on a rebuild for the future on the recruiting trail, and Cal will look like another year at the bottom of the league. But nonetheless, Mark Fox taking over new life out there for the Bears. So that's it, our roundup of the Pac-12, top to bottom, in no specific order besides the first three. I think you have to look at Oregon, Washington, and Arizona as the favorites to win the league. But as mentioned, you can look at a team like Oregon State, USC, Colorado to be right up there at the top half, battling for a top 4 or 5 spot in the conference tournament. I think several teams will find themselves in the NCAA tournament and a few on the bubble. Make sure to comment below. List your favorite players, guys who fly under the radar, or teams you think could have a big impact here in 2019-20. We're always interested to hear what you have to say. And moving forward, we will continue to roll on covering the nation, Power 5, mid-majors, to let you know who we have as big-time talent for the 2019-20 season. For everyone here at Next Ones, I'm Colin Brown. We'll see you next time.